The mother was an occultist, writer, artist, architect and founder of Aurobindo community in Pondicherry. She was a pioneer of supramental transformation alongside Sri Aurobindo. She was born to Turkish and Egyptian parents. At age 5, she claims to have realized that she did not belong to this world and so began her spiritual disciplines. At age 12, she began her study of occultism and claimed to astral travel. At 16, she joined l'École des Beaux-Arts, where she acquired the nickname the Sphinx, and later married artist Henri Morisset, a student of symbolist painter Gustave Moreau, and became part of the Paris artistic circles. Among her friends were Rodin and Monet. When she was 20, she discovered Vivekananda's Raja Yoga, which enabled her to make further rapid progress. A few years later, she began reading the Bhagavad Gita, taking Krishna as a symbol of the inner divine. In 1905, she befriended occultists Max and Alma Theon, who affirmed for her many of her psychic experiences. She met Sri Aurobindo in Pondicherry on March 29, 1914. She said she recognized him as one of her dreams that she used to call Krishna. She said that when she first met Sri Aurobindo, she found that her thoughts ceased to run, her mind became quiet, and silence began to gather momentum, until 2 or 3 days later there was only the silence and the yogic consciousness. 6 years later, she would become Sri Aurobindo's active collaborator in the process of bringing down and embodying the overmind and supramental into the earth plane. She planned, ran and built the growing Sri Aurobindo ashram and also established the Sri Aurobindo International Center of Education. The mother said of Sri Aurobindo, "Sri Aurobindo belongs to the future. He is the messenger of the future. He still shows us the way to follow in order to hasten the realization of a glorious future fashioned by the divine will. All those who want to collaborate for the progress of humanity and for India's luminous destiny must unite in a clairvoyant aspiration and in an illumined work." Sri Aurobindo came upon earth to announce the manifestation of the supramental world, and not merely did he announce this manifestation, but embodied also in part the supramental force, and showed by example what one must do to prepare oneself for manifesting it. After Sri Aurobindo's passing, the mother continued her promise to Sri Aurobindo to attempt the physical transformation of her body in order to become a new type of human, by opening to the supramental truth consciousness, as defined by Sri Aurobindo. The mother writes of her experience of Sri Aurobindo's passing and his transference of energy to her. "He had gathered in his body a great moment of supramental force, and as soon as he left, you see, he was lying on his bed, I stood by his side, and in a way altogether concrete with such a strong sensation as to make one think that it could be seen. All this supramental force which was in him passed from his body into mine. And I felt the friction of the passage. It was extraordinary, extraordinary." On April 24, 1956, after several supernatural experiences, she announced the manifestation of the supramental upon earth is no more a promise, but a living fact. Her experiments are documented over a 30-year period in a 13-volume series of books known as Mother's Agenda. The mother had many renowned visitors, such as the King of Nepal and the Dalai Lama after he had recently escaped from Tibet. He asked the mother if Tibet would one day be freed of Chinese rule. She affirmed it would one day happen. In the mid-1960s, she began Auroville, an international township sponsored by UNESCO. Auroville is located near Pondicherry and was to be a place where men and women of all countries are able to live in peace and progressive harmony above all creeds, all politics, and all nationalities. It was inaugurated in 1968 in a ceremony in which representatives of 121 nations and all the states of India placed a handful of their own soil in an urn near the center of the city. Aurobindo continues to develop. The mother died on November 17, 1973.